Hey guys, I'm going to help you understand and show you how to factorize. Factorizing, you need to know your times tables. Yes, your times tables, because you're going to realize that we need to work out the factors. If you remember, you would have learnt about the HCF, the highest common factor. The highest common factor we covered in a previous lesson. So here, exactly the same. We're going to use the highest common factor when we are factorizing algebraic expressions. Let us go through these examples. They are not hard, but you need to know your times tables. We look here, and we have 3y plus 12. And the question says factorize. Factorize meaning look for the highest common factor. The highest common factor in 3y and the highest common factor in 12. So the factors of 12, the factors of 3y, you need to know your times tables to realize that the highest common factor here is going to be 3. The highest common factor in 3y and in 12 is 3. Now the highest common factor meaning what number, or even sometimes pronumeral, will go and will divide into this term and into this term. We know that looking at this, 3 is the only number that will divide in both of them. It's the highest common factor. So our answer will be 3, which is our highest common factor, goes outside, and the remainder, 3 divided by 3 is gone. We're left with y, and we know the plus is there. 12 divided by 3 is 4. So our answer is 3, open bracket, y plus 4, close bracket. One more time, we are looking for the highest common factor. We know 3 is the highest common factor in here and in there. We divide by 3, we're left with y, the plus, and 12 divided by 3 is 4. Now, what do you notice here? You notice that we have brackets. Factorizing is the opposite of expanding. When we were expanding, we had our question like this, and we multiplied 3 times y, and we got 3y, 3 times positive 4, and we got plus or positive 12. So now we are going the other way around. We're going from here, and we are factorizing, and we go back to our form in brackets, or in a way where it is written, where the highest common factor is outside, and we have our brackets and the y plus 4 inside. So if you want to know, did I factorize correctly? Well, all you need to do is expand again. 3 times y, 3y, 3 times positive 4, positive 12. Yes, we factorized correctly because our answer, once expanded, goes back and it will equal the top as it was there. Let's do this one. We're asked to factorize 5b plus 20. Again, what do we look for? The highest common factor. The highest common factor, and we divide both terms by the highest common factor. In here, if you know your times tables, you know straight away it's going to be 5. Now, we put the highest common factor outside, we put our brackets. Now when we divide, 5 divided by 5 is 1, 1b. And positive 20 divided by 5 is positive 4. So divided by 5, we have 1b or just b. 20 or positive 20 divided by 5 is positive 4. We can see here 5, open bracket, b plus 4, close bracket. This is our answer. We want to check, is it correct? 5 times b, 5b, 5 times 4 is 20. Correct. We factorized correctly because we checked, and we can actually go back and see we got the same thing. So factorizing is the opposite of expanding. Let's do 2 more examples as well. 3g minus 15. Okay, well, we are looking for the highest common factor, and we can tell 3g minus 15, the highest common factor is 3. 3 goes into 3, and 3 also goes into 15. So we put it outside, we put our brackets, and now we simplify. We actually divide. 3 divided by 3, that goes, left with 1g. Minus 15 divided by 3. Minus 15 divided by 3, or negative 15 divided by 3, is negative 5. So our final answer is 3, open bracket, g minus 5, close bracket. Now this is the factorized version of 3g minus 15. Again, you can check. 3 times g is 3g. 3 times negative 5, negative 15. We factorized correctly. Let's do this one as well. Now, again, you try to do this one with me. 12b plus 8. We want to factorize. We look for the highest common factor. What is the highest common factor in 12b and 8? Is it 2? Well, 2 is a factor. It goes into 12 and it goes into 8. But we're looking for the highest common factor. In this case, it's going to be 4. 4 is the highest common factor. Again, your times tables are important here. So 4, and we open bracket. 12 divided by 4 is 3, and then the b, plus, and 8 divided by 4 is 2. 8 divided by 4 is 2. So 12 divided by 4 is 3, 3b. 8 divided by 4 is 2. We have now factorized. Again, let's just check. 4 times 3b, 12b. 4 times positive 2 is positive 8. We have factorized correctly. Let's do some more examples. Okay guys, some more factorizing questions. 5mn minus 15m. Now here we need to look for the highest common factor once again. We are going to divide by the highest common factor. We can tell that 5 is a high common factor of 5 and 15. We also can tell, and we've got to watch out and identify, that also pronumerals can be highest common factors as well. In this case, m. We have an m here and an m there, so that also is a highest common factor. So now we are dividing by 5m. So we have 5m, open bracket, 5 divided by 5, m divided by m, and we're left with a n, minus 15 divided by 5, negative 15 divided by 5 is negative 3, and the m's cancel out as well. So finally, our answer is 5m, open bracket, n minus 3, close bracket. Did we do it right? We can check 5m times n, 5mn, and 5m times negative 3, negative 15m. So here we can see that expanding is the opposite of factorizing, and we look for the highest common factor and we can get it right. Here we have x squared y minus y, and we're asked to factorize. We look for the highest common factor, and we said highest common factors can be pronumerals as well. So what can we see here and here? We can see and we can identify that y is the highest common factor. We can divide by y here and we can divide by y there. Y goes outside, we open, and then we have our brackets. Then the y's cancel out. We're left with x squared. Put our minus. Y divided by y. What's the answer? 0? No. Our answer is 1. Y divided by y is 1. The reason I asked is because I've seen students, they think that when they cancel out, there's nothing. No, there is a 1. Anything divided by itself equals 1. A million divided by a million is 1. Y divided by y is 1. Very important. It's an easy concept, but students forget it. So here, y divided by y is 1. This is our final answer. Again, let's check. Y times x squared y. Y times negative 1, negative 1y, or negative y. There it is. So we have factorized correctly. Let's do the last two. We have 3x plus 7x squared. 3x plus 7x squared, we want to factorize. What's the highest common factor? 3x plus 7x squared. We know there is no highest common factor in the 3 and the 7. They are both prime numbers. We look for the prime numerals. We can identify that x is the highest common factor. So x, open bracket, the x's divide, you're left with 3 plus the x here. We know that x squared really means x times x, and the x down the bottom. So x squared, if we want to expand it, we know x squared is the same as x times x. So we know 1x from the bottom goes with 1x on the top. That means we're left with 7 and 1x on the top, 7x. Very important that you watch out for that. So our answer, x, open bracket, 3 plus 7x, close bracket. Very important that you can identify and see the highest common factor. Sometimes it's only a pronumeral, just like that example. Here we have 9a squared b plus 3ab. Look at it carefully. Think, what is the highest common factor? The questions you're going to come across, they may be like any of these. So it's very important that you master all of these. 9a squared plus b, 9a squared b plus 3ab, we are asked to factorize. Well, have you found the highest common factor yet? 3 goes into 9 and 3. We have an a squared, we have an a, so a is here and there, and we have a b. Very important that you look and you identify the whole highest common factor. That way you don't make any mistakes. Now that we've identified it, 3ab, open bracket. Now 9 divided by 3 is 3. A squared divided by a, that goes with that. We're left with 1a on top. The b's divide and they cancel. We have plus. And 3 divided by 3, gone. A divided by a, gone. And b divided by b is gone. We're left with 1. Anything divided by itself is 1. 3ab divided by 3ab is 1. Is this our answer? Let's see. 3ab times 3a, 9a squared b. 3ab times 1 is 3ab. Yes, we factorized correctly. This is an easy way of checking. Very important. You need to know your times tables. You need to look at the examples and the questions carefully. Don't rush, and you'll get them all right without making any mistakes.